To wrap us up for this kind of design-focused Thursday gathering we have here, we will welcome Mel Rainsberger, who's actually, from my perspective, I think exactly downstairs. She is in District Hall right now. It's always great to have her here. But a little context, as part of Design Week, designers were tasked with creating a design that highlights quintessentially Rhode Island place, thing, or concept. And this was the kind of the Lead by Design Awards. So Mel is here to announce the winners, share a little more about it. So Mel, I will pass this over to you.
Yay, yes. I am downstairs. I had asked Venture Hall if I could present here because presenting at my house is sort of interesting, but mostly it would have been like a lot of cat butt because my cat likes to wander into Zoom calls. And I was like, let's partner with somebody else and have a really good time and show off like a really awesome space that, you know, is here and is available to everybody in Providence and Rhode Island. You know, I actually came here once when we had the big power outage on the east side for 36 hours. It saved me. We were able to get some stuff out the door that was very time sensitive because they have power and they have like so many sanitation procedures. It's great. I love it. I love coming here, and it's right by the new pedestrian bridge. So it's also like you can just walk out and see a really beautiful location. And then Dune Brothers, is Dune Brothers still open for the season? I know they closed down at some point. Somebody will answer in the chat. But Dune Brothers is right by, so they're really great too. And then on the weekends, I guess I found out once that the Guild is doing a beer truck. So if you want to drink outside while it's still relatively warm, it's a really nice thing to do. So this presentation will be really short. We're probably not going to use the whole half hour, but then you could just ask me about running a design contest, because in addition to doing this one a few years ago, I'd actually run the 48-hour film project here, which is a filmmaking contest, and it's really popular in Rhode Island for whatever reason, but that's a national contest. And I wanted to create something similar for Rhode Island designers that inspired them and kicked off their ideas and gave them some something to work with, and like a fun little jumping off point in either their career, or just if they were stuck, they could do this thing and be like, oh wow, I have some new ideas. And I actually heard from one of the people who actually won, and they don't know they won an award, that they were like, yeah, this was like just a nice little break, like a little brain break. So we're gonna switch over to sharing my screen. There we go, there's my awards thing. So first of all, we have some really nice sponsors. Gets actually put up some stuff for prize packages as well as actual cash awards. So the first place winner is going to get $150. Second and third place are going to get $75, and then the other people that participated or won awards will get some nice Gansett swag. I'm also working on getting some stuff from other people, so these prize packages will probably go out in about 2 weeks. Obviously, Venture Cafe was really nice hosting me here. And then the Providence Preservation Society had given us access to some of their photographs so that people could stay socially distanced and still have access to images if they wanted in their designs. That was a lot to say. So the biggest purpose of this was to have fun and be creative. It can get really heated when you're doing awarded cash prize kind of competitions, to get really obsessed with like what could win. So I always try to say the biggest thing is that you should have fun. So this was our first year. We had actually 20 people sign up, but only 6 entries. The 6 entries are really great, really amazing. And for a pandemic year, that's a pretty good like outcome. I'll probably retool some stuff next year. I'll be doing a survey. But I was really excited that we got enough entries to actually have some awards. My threshold was 5. If we didn't get more than 5 people, I was like, we just don't have enough to give an award. It's gonna be like, you participated, here's first place. So, by the way, if you're watching this and you wanna share it somehow, I'm also gonna have a web page that will have all the entries live at 2 p.m. and the judges page. I kept them anonymous. I thought some judges would drop out, so I got too many judges, and then they were all such nice people and so helpful with giving me some resources that I was like, I can't tell you, you can't judge. So we have more judges than actual entries, but they were all really good. members of the community. Some are designers, some worked in the food industry, some worked in leadership roles, some worked in business roles. And it was just good to get all their different perspectives because this is about a Rhode Island design competition. And then the way they voted is that they picked 3 in each of the categories, and the top person in that category got the award. But then, just so we distributed them evenly, because again, 6 people, if somebody had already won an award, the next most popular vote won. So we didn't want somebody making like a clean sweep and winning 3 awards. So everybody could only win one award in this system. So if you're curious, you wonder how that worked. So the prompt was your fresh perspective for Rhode Island. Create a design that highlights a quintessentially Rhode Island place, thing, or concept. So that was the overarching thing they had to think about on this. And then there were certain elements they didn't find out about till last week when I was here that they had to use in their design. So those 3 things were a river, a rooster, because the state bird is the Rhode Island red, which is a type of chicken. But I specifically just said a rooster because you might not be able to find that exact bird. And then they had to use the word cheer or the color red. The word cheer is in the Providence state flag. That's why you see what cheer in a lot of places. It means what's up or what's the news. It's an old-timey term. And so the first category is best use of elements, the 3 elements that they had to use in the design. Who used it the best? What did the judges think hit that mark? So that award goes to Paige Dionne. So Paige Dionne did this design of the Providence River with the rooster and calling it the Ocean State, which is so great. It was a wonderful design, really fresh, and just highlighted all of the elements really, really well. Yay, people are clapping. This will go fast.
Hello, that's me. Thank you.
Yay! I'm glad some of the people are tuning in. I was like, I'm not sure if they're here or not. So we've got category 2 award, which was most Rhode Island, and they didn't know they could get these kinds of awards. So most Rhode Island just means what felt the most Rhode Island of like to the judges, what sort of hit the whole state as a design. So that goes to Doug R. Thomas. So he highlighted South Providence and he said, find your home port. I am not sure the exact river that's highlighted in his image. I did tell the contestants, by the way, that while there are about 17 rivers in Rhode Island, they didn't have to specifically use one. It could be the concept of a river because, you know, if you can't get out to a river easily, I didn't want that to be a big barrier. And I love the little rooster wallpaper down here. So many roosters. I also, part of it is that I have a rooster, I have the state bird tattoo. So I was like, I have to use this year. So now we're gonna get into the placed categories, which means 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, and these are the cash awards. So 3rd place, they got $75. And this one was really exciting and they didn't know, and this was the person that said to me, oh, I just needed to like break out of my brain space, and this was just a good like little thing that I could do that wasn't work, that wasn't like, I had to do this thing. So this one goes to Sarajane Whitfield, which I know the Venture Cafe knows her. So Sarajane is actually, works for Howell Legal in Providence. And I was really excited. I liked her design. I liked like the use of coffee milk and the liquids subbing in for the rivers and the aquatic areas of Rhode Island. Just a really nice, fresh design. So part of this contest, by the way, was to find people that their day job isn't actually being a designer, or they want to get into working in design a little bit, but they don't know where to start. So Sarah's day job is not in design, it's in legal work. So I was just like, yay, this is so great that she participated. So 2nd place, I may not have written 150 for 1st place, I just remember that. But 2nd place goes to Phyllis Gingerella Wade. I was really excited. This was one of 2 designs that featured the bird going after people, I guess, which I thought was really funny. Phyllis was also the first person to turn in. They were great, and I was so excited, and then everybody else turned in at like 9:45, so it was very nerve-wracking for me. So this was the very first one, so thank you so much, Phyllis. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I think I accidentally didn't change that. It's actually $150. I made this template. I should have double checked it. So the first place award is a really great design. This person I have not, one of the few people in the contestant pool I hadn't talked to. They signed up through the Design by RI side of the form. So I'm really hoping they're in this and they're following along, and they're probably gonna get tagged in social media soon. So the first place goes to, no, wait, come back. There we go. Emily Rietzel. I think it's Rietzel. So this was the very first award, very first place. A really great use of a lot of elements from Rhode Island. They included the big blue bug, the Federal Hill pineapple, the PPAC sign, the skyline of Providence. The fact that we're a very foodie state was a really great addition, and then water fire as well. So, and the anchor, which is the state flag as the Hope anchor. So this was a really great design that like stood out to the judges, and I'm so glad that we got so many awesome awards and or awesome entries, sorry, tripping up my words here. And that I'm hoping to run it next year, and hoping that like doing it this year, people will come back, and even more people will be like, oh my God, I didn't think this thing was happening, and participate, because this is just a really great way to inspire yourself and challenge yourself creatively and do some fun stuff. So that is, oh, I know this can, and so that was it. That was all, that was the whole award thing.